So, as the day had reached its about midpoint, traveling back from a horribly confusing trip, Leanna, Estelle, upon reaching New Pass, you come across a horrible rainstorm about 5 miles or so outside of the city. At first, it was a light trickle, and then it became a deluge of water. There was no wind, so the water was falling straight down, and there was nothing knocking you off your feet. But the amount of water itself was enough to keep your vision restricted to barely 2 feet in front of your face. Looking down at your feet, it was hard enough to see. So, after a while of padding around and trying to find some place just to get shelter, you find yourselves entering a shop. A shop that is occupied by a few different people, but the first one that you notice is a woman. And she appears to look like this. If I can... There you are. And she notices the 2 new waterlogged customers coming into the store. She has dark skin and short black hair, a blue scarf, black clothes underneath with a gold trim and long boots that reach up to her kneecaps, and a red sort of overcoat. And she approaches you two. My, you look quite worse for wear. Can I help you?
Started off with, just trying to get out of the storm, I guess, for now. What is the name of this store again? I'm so sorry.
Oh, welcome to Justine's Just Keen Scene.
And I take it you would be Justine?
Indeed.
Pleasure to meet you. I'm, Leanna Montalais. I'd offer to shake, but I don't want to get you wet.
Oh, no problem, no problem. Leanna and...
I'm Estelle. It's nice to meet you, Justine.
And Estelle. Wait. Hold on. Back it up. It's been an interesting couple of hours. Did you say Monole?
Yes, I did.
As in the family Monole, the entertainers?
Yes.
Oh, well. I didn't think I would be entertaining celebrities here today. It's an honor for you to be in here. Thank you for visiting my shop.
No problem. We've had a weird... How long did it take us to travel back?
It took you guys, I believe it was a week. Hold on. Let's see. 2 weeks.
It has been a very, very strange 2 weeks. The strangeness that happened at the park, do you know what became of it?
There were reports of some sinkhole that appeared in the park, but
Yeah, we went to investigate. Estelle, myself, and a host of others, and we ended up sliding down it, and we ended up remembering the map, uh, near Lostshire.
Oh my, that is quite a ways away.
Fought this really, really grotesque and strange creature too.
Uh, it really didn't like getting hit with, like, you know, brute force stuff, but anything from a range did. I don't know, it just kind of didn't seem to get phased by it much, if at all.
Well, that sounds harrowing.
It was very, very
Very,
weird.
very.
How did you escape?
We defeated it, all of us together.
Yeah.
Oh, did did the others fall?
No.
No,
We
no.
split off. We split off. After dealing with the creature, a couple of them had hit it off really well, and one of them was just impatient and wanted to get where they wanted to go, so they just went. And another one was helping somebody that we'd found along the way back to Ember Hollow.
She just kind of looks for a moment, just a little bit overwhelmed. Whew, that does sound like quite the journey. Well, if you need to resupply, I have everything you could need. So feel free to browse if you wish.
Uh, Thank you
Will
very
do,
much.
definitely. Thank you for your hospitality.
Oh, before you go, I do have one question.
Yes.
Uh, I don't know, um, if it's, if it would be considered rude to cast magic, but do you mind if I do that really quick just to get us a little bit more dry?
Oh, yeah, of course, no problem.
Alright, thanks. And then, Estelle will go on to cast Druidcraft repeatedly on Leanna first, then herself to uh, dry off and get a little bit more warm.
There's a little bit of a dazzle when you cast Druidcraft as your clothing itself seems to, for a moment, Estelle, come alive and just kind of absorb the water into itself to kind of drink, if you will. And as you cast it on Leanna, your outstretched hand, two small vines come out and seem to repeat the process. Your attire is a very shiny green.
Thank you. That was getting intolerable, especially the foot wraps. Maybe I should invest in a proper pair of boots at some point.
Yeah, that
We're going to be traveling a lot.
yeah, that would definitely help. Your feet don't get hurt, do you think?
No, for a lot of the gymnastics and training that I do, having boots on would be in the way. The wraps help with stability.
Oh, that makes sense, I suppose. Won't want anything clunky like that to get in the way of doing a flip or something.
Yep. But
So,
I go ahead.
no, you go ahead, please.
I was gonna say, I suppose that one of the things that we can see if Justine has here is a pair of boots that I would like and fit me.
Definitely on the list.
Okie doke. So, as you guys take that second to dry off and look around the store, the first thing that catches your eyes before anything else is off to the corner to the right of the door that you have entered in is a bizarre compilement of something. It appears to be a, it appears to be a wooden box and a barrel on top of it. But there appear to be some extensions. It's a very odd sight that's hard to put into words for people of your experience.
Hmm.
Huh.
That's odd. Estelle's immediate urge is to just poke and prod to figure out what it does, but is not wanting to disturb it in case it does something bad.
Oi, 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 don't touch that.
Nope, nope. What? Immediately looking around for where the voice came from.
You hear a voice coming from a little ways away in the store, and your immediate reaction is to look around and try and see. And it takes a second, but then your eyes focus on this tiny figure floating in the air as you recognize it as a fairy who is looking at you mildly perturbed.
As I'm like just bringing some stuff that I'm buying over to my box and barrel, like just giant pulleys for a block and tackle as I'm bringing it over. Aye, don't be touching stuff that don't belong to you. I work very hard on that, and it needs to dry out.
So,
What is it?
This is my creation. This is my masterpiece.
oh, you made this.
What's it do? Curiosity has completely overwhelmed general niceties for the moment.
You want to see it in action?
Yeah, Mom builds
Yeah.
stuff all the time. I love seeing what they do.
And he flies into the opening on the top of the barrel. A little cylinder kind of pokes out with a green crystalline glass as a window, and these long roots as like a beard poke out, and two legs extend underneath and two arms are at the ready, one of them much larger than the other with a hole at the end, and a spear attached, like a harpoon attached to the outside of it on the bigger arm, as it kind of poses for you. And it's a little robot, a little wooden barrel bot.
I believe
That's
it was 2 feet tall.
Yeah. It's pretty small.
Leanna's impressed. She's just looking at it, like eyes shining. That's so awesome. Oh, where are my manners? I'm so sorry. I should introduce myself. I am Leanna Monale. What should I call you?
My name's Seth.
so. It's good to meet you. I'm Stell.
Very nice to meet you, lasses.
So you tinker and build things. Like I said, my mom does that too. I offered to take you to her, but I'm fairly certain she's out of town right now, as of 2 weeks ago. But really need to check on Jenny.
Sure, I would love to meet her, but she's away.
Yeah, her and Dad went to go look for my older sister. Something really weird's going on with her.
Hmm.
And not to mention a lot of other crazy things. Estelle kind of gets a little, uh, I guess melancholy is the word, as she says that.
After we check on Jenny, we can go where we were planning on going.
But yeah, of course. I actually wanted to see if I could help her out a little bit.
That would be greatly appreciated. I know she wants her autonomy back.
hmm I mean, I can't promise that it'll be much, but I can at least try.
Every little bit helps.
Well, now here's the thing. I'm a little bit free myself, and I can be certainly helpful if you need an extra pair of hands.
That would be greatly appreciated, but I do want to let you know what you would be getting yourself into before allowing someone to just join us. It's... Auntie, can you help explain?
Okay, so she kind of like delays a response for a half second, still not being used to being called an aunt. She then says, "So you know that um that huge sinkhole that appeared in town a few weeks ago?
Actually,
So we uh looks a little sheepish as she says it because it was her idea. We went into it.
I blame the knoll for falling.
uh so we fell, we started to fall sideways. Oh, I guess that's technically sliding. Then we ended up 2 weeks away, and at the end of that tunnel, we uh we fought this huge, weird thing. I don't even know how to describe it properly, but it was really weird. Everything we did from a distance just didn't seem to hurt it much.
And it
And
would always hit back when we hit it from a distance.
right, but when we got close, it really, really didn't like that. So, uh, I, whatever it was, it just kind of dissolved into nothingness when we killed it, and we have so many more questions, and there are
Not to
probably going to be
forget,
a hmm?
not to forget the things that led us to even coming back to New Pass from Ember Hollow. And she's going to look around and then whisper, "A hag."
Yeah, there's
A death
a
hag
lot of
that
stuff.
is interested in us and is interested in us helping keep the season the same. She has history with my family, which I found out. It's a mess, and I don't want to drag somebody into this uninformed. There's a crazy person who went by the Mad Maestro, who is after us also, kind of. They might have something to do with my older sister going missing and attacking my dad, and just...
And
It's an absolute mess.
yeah, and um, attempting to lighten the mood a little bit, Estelle kind of gives a forced laugh and says, "Well, yeah, at least I gotta admire his introspection for calling himself the Mad Maestro."
Yeah, the people generally who call themselves mad generally aren't stable.
Yeah, but yeah, that's a very, very
Bartholomew, for a little bit, was calling himself Bartholomew the Mad. It makes too much sense. And as soon as she says Bartholomew's name, she pauses, goes slack-jawed, and goes, "Oh shit! I promised Jenny before we left that I'd talk to Bartholomew and get him to tone it down. It's been 2 weeks. We need to find them."
yes. So, yeah, now that you know most of everything, come with or don't, you know where they are, so you lead the way?
Yeah, yeah. We'll be back to do our shopping. This is important. I made a promise to my younger sister. I need to keep it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's got to be something, at least you can use to keep from getting wet. Uh, that doesn't matter. Let's just go. I
Okay.
could just dry us off again.
Yeah.
Well, getting wet is not the problem, the main problem. It's that you can't barely see the hand in front of your face out there.
Yeah.
Pretty dangerous.
I grew up here. I know the streets. I know exactly where we're going.
As a overview of from a meta perspective, walking outside, you would have the blinded and deafened condition. This water is very thick, and even if you were walking in your house, it would be difficult to try to traverse. Even if you've grown up here, this is going to be a very difficult challenge.
Okay. In that case, Lana will make that declaration, then look outside and go, "Okay, it's picked up even more than I thought it was."
Wait a
Yeah.
second. Estelle will go into her bag and pull out a pair of glasses and the eyes of minute seeing and put them on to see if that does anything.
The eyes of minute seeing. That, I believe. What did I say for that? Do.
Yeah. At the current moment, she's just trying things. If it doesn't work, then it's fine.
Okay. Could you please roll an investigation check with advantage for me, Estelle?
On it. Natural 20. Total.
What?
A total of 22.
What a fucking way to start this off with.
Oh, my luck's kicking in. It's gonna be downhill from here.
Oh boy. Okay, so as you look into the you were looking at the rain, right?
yeah, trying to look through the rain to see if, who knows, magic glasses might see through possibly magic rain.
Okay, so your glasses do not have x ray vision, they cannot see through the rain.
Makes
However,
sense?
as you look at it, there's a low, almost like hum that comes from your glasses as they have a sort of very, very subtle white glow that reaches the bottom of the lenses and momentarily kind of shishink in front of your eyes. Well, not totally in front of your eyes, as they're more small secretary glasses than anything. And as you look out, you do see that this is not a natural rainfall. And given your history of detecting magic before, this magic is familiar. This magic is the same magic that you've detected from Leanna's pouch.
Okay. That is definitely interesting. So, whatever this rain is, it's very much not natural, and it's whatever magic feeling I get is the same one that I got from your bag, Leona. Uh,
Huh.
so
And was the same magic that Yarna had that Jenny was questioning me about. I don't know where it came from.
huh. So definitely wasn't what I had expected, but that's definitely going to be interesting knowledge for the future.
At least it wasn't the magic of the Maestro.
At least.
Alright,
So
well, guess we should do the shopping that we were going to do. Get a pair of boots, probably some more rations. Your good berries are great, but I like other tastes as well.
yeah, that's very much understandable after once a day for 2 weeks. That could probably get tiring.
So, Passeth, as you were the first one here and already collected some of your stuff, what did you collect? Or what did you want to collect?
I got uh, a little bell, a blanket, block and tackle, one piece of chalk, a little bag of sand, one sheet of parchment, a couple days more of rations, a bar of soap, and a whetstone.
Okay. So, you have that. What are Estelle and Leanna looking for?
Uh, Leanna wants to find a pair of boots that'll fit, that she can find comfortable, and some rations. She has, if she needs anything before like really setting out, they're probably going to stop in at the family home in Europe.
And Estelle is definitely going to look for uh, a few just general travel supplies as well as probably would be a good idea to get a tent and not have to rely on natural shelter
Yes,
for
good
an
idea,
entire
good
trip.
idea.
So, as you guys, as past Seth would already know, but as Liana and Estelle would see after getting themselves dried off and after the little conversation, is you see a shop that is very, very warm. The walls are a lighter brown, but very well stained wood, kind of like a log cabin setup, except it's a little bit lighter than the normal log cabin color. There are about 10 tables, all with a bunch of different stuff just kind of on them. Not terribly organized, but not terribly chaotic either. You can see clearly what's on there, but it's not like a modern day supermarket where everything has a little tag and it's all lined up. The floor is a darker gray. Kind of looks like it was made of a cement mixture, but much darker. And to liven up the place, there are two rugs, one circular and one rectangular, both fur, red, dark red, and purple are the kind of combinations of colors. Looking on the walls themselves again, more so than just the log cabin style, there's inventory. Looks mostly like weaponry. There appears to be like war hammers. There appears to be battle axes kind of all lined up on the wall. Some of them with odd glows to them. And there appears to be 3 other people besides just Justine also perusing the place. 2 men in peasant attire, brown vest, brown pants, tattered white shirts, and 1 woman who also appears to be in a kind of peasant dress, dark green bodice. And compared to outside, it looks perfectly pleasant in here as you take to the shopping and take to looking for your items. Passeth, your total for all of that, considering who you are, I would say you could get all of that for 5 gold pieces.
I did already do the math and calculations. Came to 4 gold pieces, 2 silver, and 4 copper.
I think, aren't rations like... Are rations just 1 gold piece?
They're 5 silver apiece.
Oh,
I
I
just
thought...
got two more days of worth of 1 gold.
Okie dokie. Well, never mind that. Then it would be... as you bring up the stuff to Justine, she would look to you and say, Well. I can't say it's every day that we get a native Feywild member here, so I think... Does 2 gold sound good?
I sound like you're giving me a little bit of a discount there.
Well, if you have a little bit of memory for old Justine, passing a little bit of goodwill my way will be, and she winks, more than enough to cover the lost payment.
But I like to do things nice and fair. I don't want to, I want to be treated like everybody else here.
She puts her hands folded in front of her mouth and looks at you. See, I understand that. I get you. And then she kind of leans close to you. But I really would like some good luck to kind of, change the balance of the way things are going lately. So you pay the 2 gold and you can pay me back in the luck department, if you will.
Fine, very well then.
Fine, I'll take your discount. Very good, very good. 2 gold. Thank you. As you pay that, Leanna, you are looking for boots and for rations, correct?
Yep.
Well, it is very lucky because Justine's Just Keen Scene is a fairly standard-ish adventuring store. So you see a bunch of ropes, you see a bunch of mess kits. There's basically everything that any basic adventurer would need before going out. As for rations, you do find packs of rations kind of on the tables towards the back. There's one specific table more for the food, more for various kinds of foods, potions, anything that's consumable. So that's easy enough. As for the boots, there are definitely footwear here, but a lot of it is, let's say, it's seen some travel. A lot of it is definitely either made for either individuals that are a bit bigger, or it is definitely made for sturdiness, where it would kind of go up your knee, which may or may not inhibit some movement, or at least not make you move so smoothly.
Yeah, she's definitely looking for a pair that would let her move like she prefers to.
Yeah, when it comes to what's here, a lot of this stuff is made for practicality, and a lot of the practical approaches to traveling would require more sturdiness and more not as flamboyant movement.
Yeah. Understood. She'll continue her search for boots elsewhere, probably. I don't even know who she'd ask, but she probably would know who to ask in the city.
There are cobblers in the city, so she would definitely know where they are located.
Yeah. Something to put on the list for later.
Okie doke. And Estelle, you were also looking for rations and just general traveling supplies?
Yes. Uh, general travel supplies, not really sure what too much to be entailed, but if we're going to be traveling for a while, which probably will be, it'd be good to stock up on some things as well as definitely a tent uh or two for, not having to rely on natural formations to give shelter.
Okie doke. Um, you come across the same table as Leona, and again, it has a large amount of rations. Not the best looking. Uh, Luckily, it's mainly like salted meat, but anything that contains vegetation is looking a bit iffy. Uh, as for general supplies, do you are you looking for like a full pack, like an explorer's pack, or
Um, yeah, an explorer's pack, just for some uh extra precautionary stuff. That would definitely be good, just to be safe and to be sure.
okay? Actually, easy enough for you because there is a table again towards the back, opposite of the rations and foods table, where uh, where there are several different, almost briefcase like containers. They are square. They are about roughly 3 feet by 3 feet. Uh, Instead of having a handle that comes out, the handle is kind of built into it at the top. And again, like a suitcase, it has two latches at the top to unlock it. And alongside, you see many different designs on the front of these cases. You see one design which indicates a looks like 2 feet walking, and it's kind of imprinted on the case, which is a brown leather. You see another case which has a picture of a plant on it, which you would recognize as a plant that's commonly used in salves, used to cover cuts, scrapes, bruises. There's a case that actually has what looks to be a hammer on it. And there appears to be one more case. Where is that? There appears to be one more case that has what looks to be a tanning sheet. A sheet that's used to tan leather that is imprinted. The design of it is imprinted on the front of the case.
Uh, she had to guess the one that deals with travel is the one that has the feet imprinted on it, so she'll look at that one first. Although the one with the salve plant definitely is interesting, probably not what she needs.
Yeah, as you open it up, because all these things can be checked out.
Yeah.
As you look at the one with the feet, you do see what is basically the general contents of a explorer's pack.
Huh. All right. Intuition was right. So she'll uh, close that one back up, and pick it up along with the other stuff she's got, and then after that, going to look for a good sized tent.
Okie doke. Do do do. Um, 1 second. My apologies. Give me 1 second.
No worries.
You're good.
I believe they're 2 gold.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah, more towards the front of the store again. There's, the layout of supplies, and you can find the biggest tent you can find, however, is a 1-person tent. So you can find, or you can pick up 3 1-person tents or 2 1-person tents for if Passeth wishes to sleep in his machine.
They probably have a nice, comfortable living area inside.
Yeah, Estelle would, for a half minute, she's just sitting there or standing there looking at the tent, just debating it in her head. Like, would it be a nicer gesture to at least offer? Does he have, he's been traveling on his own, obviously, so does he have some way for shelter, and just various what ifs before finally deciding to actually ask Passive if he would like his own separate tent.
I'd say he's over by looking at rain catchers, looking at the tarp that it comes with.
Mhm. Hey, Passive, do you do you need your own tent, or since or it looked like you could maybe go inside your robot? I don't know if you could use that as shelter or something.
That I can. I just got myself a blanket to make it a little bit more cozy in there.
Oh,
And I'm
well,
looking at one of these to, you could make it a little bit more waterproof on the outside.
well, I
This
don't know
woolen
anything.
wood is not good for any kind of movement with my poor thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't know about the construction or mechanics behind something like that, so your best guess is as good as mine. But
Mom would know,
yeah,
but like I said, she. Oh, right. I'm not there. Never mind. I'm elsewhere.
but yeah, only 2 tents then. Okay, all right. Thanks for that info. And then she's gonna go back to the tents and pick 2 up.
Okie doke. So, with the explorer's kit and the 2 tents, and were you picking up additional rations on top of Leanna's?
If Estelle sees that Leanna is getting rations, she wouldn't get any.
Okay. So, for Leanna, and you got 2 rations, right?
Yeah.
Me?
Leanna.
Yes.
Both of us then.
Yeah, you already paid for yours.
Yeah.
So your 2 rations would equal up to 10 silver pieces. And for your explorer's pack plus the 2 tents, that would be 12 gold pieces.
Lana would offer to pay for one of the tents.
No, it's fine. It's good. Thank you though.
Right. Just remember, if you ever need anything, I'll be more than happy to help.
I know it's just y'all have done a lot for me already, so a little bit I could give a little bit back.
Yeah, but I also like being responsible.
Well, then here's a case where you can just let your aunt do things, okay?
Okay. Knows better than to argue at this point.
Uh, Estelle will quip back. Agreed a little bit too quickly there. And nothing more, just a small joke and smile and on with payment.
Leanna will blush a little and just go, I know how Mom can get, and since you're her sister.
Just a small giggle, then continue with the payment.
So it looks like you found everything all right?
Yeah.
Okie doke. Oh, dear. Hold on. I need to grab something from up front. I forgot my right coin pouch. I only had my copper one on me for some reason. Give me 1 second. And Justine, heads back to the front of the store as she kind of met you guys towards the back where you picked your stuff up.
Don't know why, but Leanna's feeling a little bit suspicious, so she's going to do a insight check.
Okay, roll an insight check.
14.
14. Yeah, she kind of looks like your typical retail worker who might have had their mind a little bit scattered, so it looks like she genuinely forgot what she was needing at the moment.
Going with especially with the thing about the rain being similar to her magic that she doesn't know very much about, just a little bit on edge also with everything else that's happened.
And as you guys wait for a moment, Justine looks back to you guys as she kind of gets up from the table that she normally stashes some of her stuff under, and then you hear the front door open again. And you hear the sound of several quick footsteps as in a moment from going from only a few customers, including you guys, 6 more people have entered the store. They are completely clad in dark clothing, dark leathers. Their faces are obscured, except for one small slit where the eyes are so they can see. And you hear the one in the middle say, "Grab anything you can. Shinier the better. But something is better than nothing."
Oh, you're not.
Gotta be fucking kidding me.
I need you all to roll for initiative.
Honestly, if you didn't call it, I would have. Right. That will be a 10 for Estelle.
6 for Leanna.
And 5 for Passeth.
Only a 5.
I got a 6 with a +4.
Okay. let me roll something really quick here. Doo-doo-doo.
So I have to say, it is fantastic to have a Fae player who actually knows how the fuck a Fae is supposed to do things and actually acts like a proper Fae. Like, holy shit.
Let's see. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Okay. So, let me type this up really quickly.
I don't know if that's a good or a bad statement, and I'm
I'm here for it either way.
same. Because that could either mean nat 20 or nat 1. I don't know, and I'm excited to find out. Or who knows, maybe it's just somewhere in the middle.
Because they kind of act on one turn, since they're kind of working in collaboration with each other. Okie dokie. Do. I got that up. And now, here comes the fun part. I am going to share my screen with you guys, so you can get a good look at the battle map. You guys see everything okay?
Yep.
Okie dokie. Then let me do one more thing. Now that we're actually in a combat scenario, let me get some better music instead of just the sound of white noise.
And while you take care of that, I'm going to step away for one moment.
Okie dokie. I have been getting better at finding music. It's just I still have a little bit of trouble with finding music in general that doesn't get really repetitive, because it's either really short or is way too dramatic for what is happening.
Yeah, it's an ever enduring struggle.
Yeah.
Find a royalty-free Iron Man theme for me that's called Wooden Man.
But it's all on woodwind instruments.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
There we go.
I would commission that in a heartbeat if I knew who to talk to.
And what did I miss?
Uh, Iron Man, but all with woodwind instruments.
Oh no.
Let's see. I'm gonna hope this one isn't too odd. Actually, would you? Did I give you access to doing it, Zalden, to use the jockey music?
I do not believe that is something that requires permission. I believe if it's available, then it could just happen.
Would you be so polite as to use the battle music you used last time?
If I could remember where it was and find it, yes.
It was one of those, I think it was a Xenoblade song.
Xenoblade, okay. Uh, da, 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 da. There it is. Found it. Copy link.
Good thing I'm
I
not.
will.
Go ahead.
Uh, it does have permissions. Actually, I did not know that. So you will need to stop it, and I could send the link to the song for you to use.
Okay.
All right. Here's the link for the song. So just put play in front exclamation point and exclamation point play in front of that, and it should work.
I'm gonna click onto the actual thing before I. Oh, okay. Professional production.
Technical difficulties.
Oh, I am so glad I'm not partnered, or else that would be totally a copyright strike. Let's see. Play. And I'm going to loop that. Okay. So, everyone is on the screen. Good. So the bandits will go first, followed by Estelle, Leanna, and then Passeth. So, the bandits are going to immediately try and take whatever they can. So this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then he's going to use his action to dash. 3, 4, 5. And they are just going to try their best to take as much as they can. 2, 3, 4, 5, dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. These ones are a little bit further away, so it's going to be a little bit harder for them to get to this stuff. As they are trying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Since they are in position now, I'm going to roll on the channel. They are going to roll sleight of hand, and that will determine how well this round of taking stuff goes. That is a 10. Okay. Oh wait, that's right. The ones up top have to roll a disadvantage, so let me roll that really quick. I know this is enthusiastic combat for you guys. My apologies.
You're fine, you're fine.
No worries.
It's literally the first turn. It gives us time to think about what to do.
So, as the bandits come in and make themselves known, they are running all around the store in order to grab as much as they can. The wetness from the outside is making their leathers and cloth attire kind of stick to them, and it's making things really awkward. The three on the left-hand side of the room are having a hell of a time trying to fit anything in, as like they're trying to open up pockets in their pants, and it's just making that like wet sticky noise, and
Oh,
it's having a hell of a time. And the ones by Justine are trying to take anything they can on the table. The two of them that are at the same table as Justine. And she is straight up just slapping both of these figures, just going, "No! Mine! You must pay for that shit!" And the one towards the right wall is trying currently to fit a steel warhammer in his pants, but no.
You are not Guybrush Threepwood.
My pants are a bag of holding. Oh wait, no they aren't.
you know, I'd actually really like that. Pants with pockets of holding.
Oh no, my pants fell down and everybody can see my heart-shaped boxers.
All right.
Full anime.
All right. That. Oh.
So, with that out of the way, they are still trying to take stuff. The NPCs, who I didn't roll initiative for, are just kind of a little bit shocked and stunned. The guy in the bottom right-hand corner, Zamir, he's not giving a shit. He's an old man. He's just looking at what he wants and trying to figure out what's going on with his shopping. Vroom up here is just kind of has his hands back and is not trying to interfere with them at all. And Isel down here is quietly looking over her shoulder and just a look of discontent and not rage, but frustration is on her face. With that being said, Estelle, it is now your turn.
Immediate thing is asking Leona, I go left, you go right?
Sure.
Quick nod, then, let's see, what is the range on that again? It is...
Oh, and just to let you guys know, because I didn't say this, 5 square, or 1 square is 5 feet, so you get to move 5 squares in a normal round.
I thought it would
when
be 6 for 30 feet of movement.
Was I just thinking about short people? Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
6.
Not everybody's like me, and even I have 30 feet of flying.
Alright. So then... doesn't want to mess up the store too much. Probably isn't going to do entangle. That would cause stuff to grow out from the ground. Doesn't want to mess up the nice floor. So, instead, Estelle is going to move... Well, before moving, does Estelle have clear line of sight at the people on the left, or would she have to move to see them well?
Oh, yeah, you can see them. These tables are like, up to thigh height.
Okay, just wanted to be sure. So, first she gets a where is it? First is for her action, she is going to cause the one that is closest to the door out on the left.
Mm-hmm.
She is going to cast. There it is. Going to cast Dissonant Whispers on that one. It was a wisdom saving throw that he will need to make.
Okie doke. Do. He rolled a 19 on the die.
Ah, interesting. So he gets absolutely nothing. Well, actually, no, wait. He still takes
Half.
half damage.
Yeah.
So then the words that he hears are essentially the same things that Estelle has been told for very, very long time from certain people. Saying that you are nothing but a blight, a curse, that nothing you'll do will matter and won't affect any change. Dealing 14 psychic damage, halved to 7.
7. As these words are whispered from your mouth, almost like you're blowing petals of flowers out of your hands, but they turn more into these horribly dark and twisted words into the air, and it hits, and you see the guy kind of look up to you, and there's a moment where he shakes his head, and while it seems to not have taken hold fully, you can see there's a clear wetness coming from the front of his face where the underneath of his nose would be. Even though he saved, that was a shit ton of damage.
Ooh.
Right in the insecurities.
Emotional damage.
That was a weird thing to that. Alright. And for movement, going to be pulling out quarterstaff and shield, and will move closer to them, casting Shillelagh on the quarterstaff and moving full movement closer to actually let me count the squares. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, she'll move 5 up and then 1 to the diagonal upper left.
I know I told Maru this, and I told Blinks this, but I don't think I told you, Zolden. When it comes to the bonus action cantrips like Shillelagh, Magic Stone, you can cast it as a bonus action, but you can also hit with a bonus action on the same turn. So it's like Expeditious Retreat. You can cast it as a bonus action, but still use your bonus action to dash.
I see. Okay. So then, could I amend that slightly and say that she'll move closer to the one at the bottom table and then hit him with the shillelagh?
Sure thing.
All
Schmack.
right.
Schmack.
That will be a 9 to hit.
A n-
Wow.
A 9 does not hit as you focus on your quarterstaff, and vines and leaves of autumn color seem to form over it, and you run over to give him a swing, but this dude who is currently trying to stuff things in his pants notices that like his pants start falling down because they're too heavy with rainwater and the materials, so he actually has to kind of bend over to lift them back up, and in that moment you swing over his head.
I would laugh if this were not such a tense situation.
Can you guys see the tabs when I highlight over them on the stream?
No, we cannot.
Okay, good. So that's movement, bonus action, and free action to talk to Leanna.
Yep.
Okie doke. Leanna, it is your turn.
Leanna's going to take a breath, move, to, up 2 and then across 4 to the right.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yep. Yep, and she's going to reach into her card pouch and pull out one of the special cards. She doesn't know which one yet, and just say, "Hope this works," and is going to fling a Wild Cards Gambit throw at the one against the wall that Justine isn't interfering with.
Okie dokie, roll to hit.
12.
12. 12 just hits.
Finally.
Oh.
Finally, she's going to get to see what one of her cards does. And the one that he is hit with is the 2, which is... without. He takes 8 damage, and until the start of my next turn, his speed is halved, and can't make more than one attack on its turn while its speed is reduced in this way.
Okay. So, Leanna, as you let this card free, it flies true as he's trying to grab something off of the wall, and the card just embeds directly into his hand, almost pinning it up against the wall, as you hear a loud cry come out from him. And as you look at him, you think it's over for a moment because the cards have never reacted, but there's just a quick boom, boom, pulse that comes from the card and over his body. And you even see him moving like he's in slow motion, at least for the time being.
Leanna is going to look at her cards and go, "What the fuck?" and grab a regular card and fling one at the guy in the middle.
In the middle. Okay, roll to hit.
Uh, 21 to hit.
21 definitely hits.
And this will be 10 damage.
Jesus.
Non-lethal. Everything she's doing is non-lethal.
As you chuck this second card, Justine just slaps this guy in the face, and it's just like, "Ow, stop it!" And as he's slapped, he gets turned around to look at you, and just right in the cheek in which he turned to look at you with, just the card embeds in his face, and you just hear this loud, "Ah! Why?"
What you get for trying to steal, you bastard! And then she's going to just as a flourish, reach into the card pouch and just fan all of them out very quickly.
While there is no mechanical difference in the round. There's a definitive shudder you can feel from the two men you just hit.
Show person's got to be a part of the show.
Okie doke. That end your turn?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Passeth.
I'm assuming that I was out of my mech
Uh,
for a little bit.
you were when you bought it, but when you bought your stuff, but I'll say that you got back in when you were rejoining Leanna and Estelle.
Okay. So I tap on the box, say, "Time to wake up," and I start moving up. 1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Up 3, over 2,
Left or right?
left.
Okay.
And then 2, up 1 more. I will launch my harpoon at the guy that I have to remember names.
Estelle.
Estelle, yep. Estelle is facing. I will launch my harpoon.
Now, is this lethal or non-lethal damage?
Probably lethal.
Okay.
Oh.
23 to hit.
Oh, that fucking hits.
As this thing just launches at this guy. 12 damage.
Oh.
And it
Go ahead.
is just ripped right back out, back into my launcher, the thicker arm.
So, Passeth, as you get a grip on the situation, inside of the cockpit, you see through the tinted green glass what is going on. The 6 figures who have rushed in here trying to do some sort of harm to the shop. You make a bolt forward and a hard turn to the left. You lift your arm up, and from it, a harpoon-shaped object shoots out, and it gets right into the chest of the man that Estelle was just trying to hit. And he looks down and looks back up, and the harpoon is ripped out of his chest as the man crumbles to the ground. He is no longer a threat. I don't have my shapes. Why do I not have my shapes? Do. I'm just putting a red X over him.
Yeah.
Understandable.
Not at all. I open up a little compartment, grab just a rock, put in the hole of my bigger arm, and launch a magic stone at the guy at the corner table.
The one,
The guy that already got hit with Dissonant Whispers, I believe.
gotcha.
That guy that your cursor is on. Yep.
Okay. Roll to hit. Oh, Jesus.
14 to hit.
14 definitely hits.
Only 5 damage.
Fine. Still, because he already took 7. as the harpoon retracts back into this contraption, the hand seems to flick upwards as you hear the loading of some sort of hard material, Estelle and Leanna. And in a moment's notice, pa-ting! It's quiet as slumping to the ground, the other, another bandit falls.
I don't take kindly to thieves.
Is that all for your turn?
And now it's my box creation.
Oh, that's right.
That's my turn. Now it's Boxbot.
Okay.
Boxbot.
I forgot about Boxbot. I'm going to say he was down here.
Yeah.
Cause
And he can only move another 30 feet, so he's probably going to go 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Right next to Liana.
2, 3.
I could be mistaken, but I believe that it has a movement speed of 40.
40?
I
yeah,
think
I'm
he's
gonna,
right.
Yeah,
Then
I'm gonna
I'll go in.
I will double check
Yep,
that.
40 feet of movement that is correct. So
Okay.
2 more squares in front of Leanna.
So here or on the other side?
Up 1 more.
Well, because you were right here. So that means you go
diagonal.
1, 2.
Or just right in front. That's fine.
Okie doke.
And you guys see as the crate that the barrel was on had from underneath it 4 legs, similar to the barrel but much thicker and a lot beefier. Still made out of wood. Extends out and starts charging. I guess as a action it could dash as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it could.
So yeah, just charge right up to the guy right in front of Justine.
Here or
That'll
next
be
to
it.
him?
Right there.
Okay.
That's perfect.
So, in a matter of just a few seconds, you, at one point towards the left-hand side of the store, hear a smaller yet still distinct clunking as Paseth pacifies 2 members of the bandits on the left-hand side of the store, and then you hear loud clumping of footsteps as the box from before gets this daddy long leg like shape to it as it stretches and absolutely mad charges towards towards these bandits on the right hand side of the store. Okay. In a phrase, pardon my French, the bandits find this fucking terrifying.
Accurate.
So, let's see what these boys roll for a sleight of hand check to grab something and get the fuck out. Okay, 12. For a bonus action, they are going to finish grabbing what... Oh, wait, nope. 2 of them have disadvantage because of Justine. Do. Okay, yep, nope, still 12. So they're able to grab at least what they have on hand. And this guy is seeing 2 of his friends die and seeing the most terrifying little Chucky-like Terminator at the fucking bottom is going to bolt 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Since he uses bonus action to do sleight of hand, he is going to use his action to dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, and he is out the door.
Into the pouring rain.
Into the pouring rain. Fuck. The guy on the right wall is gonna try and get the fuck out, but he feels himself moving sluggishly. 3. And then... So if he's moving half speed, if he's dashing, that would be 12. So 3, 4, 5, 6. He gets there. God. I'm gonna roll a will save for both of these guys, because this is a nightmare. This is a fucking nightmare right now. Oh. Let's see.
That one.
Nope. They have a 0 modifier, but the 2 I've rolled were a 19 and a 16.
Wow.
Okay. So, this one, who is right in front of the machine, is gonna say, "I ain't scared of no box." And he is going to try and swipe at the machine. Okay. Why don't I? And doing so, he takes out a short sword. Do. I hate... No.
What?
He crit the box.
Yes, he did. He crit the box. I hate this because it makes me feel like I'm lying. I'm taking a freaking capture of this page. Okay. So that hits. So the box takes 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As the bandit gets a good strike on the middle of the box and says, "Hey, you ain't so tough now, is ya?"
It doesn't look all that perturbed.
And seeing his friend be pretty gallant, the other one is going to run alongside the box, flanking it, and he is going to attack it from behind. So that's advantage. That's a 15 to hit.
That just hits.
The box takes an additional 5 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
As he had advantage, So that also means he has sneak attack. So that's an additional 10 points of sneak attack damage. As the bandit goes, "Oh, yeah, you think you're so tough? You ain't tough anymore, is ya?"
Your grammar appalls me.
Just kind of quickly looks back and flicks you off.
I should
Yeah.
expect as much uncouth behavior.
Hey, wait, how much in total?
That's
It's 8, then
5, then 10.
23, if my math is right.
oh. Then no, yeah, he's down.
as the short sword goes up and stabs the box, the machine kind of just and falls. Ah, you ain't so tough. You were just big and scary, trying to be anyway, but now you're dead. And that will end their turn. The NPCs are a little bit wary of what's going on. This guy is just going to... Can I not move him? There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just going to go off into a corner. Zamir could not give less of a shit about what's going on. And Isel is actually going to go up and just kind of peer around the corner to see what's happening. Justine, seeing one already get away, is going to dash 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and is going to block the door so no one else can get out. Okay, Estelle, that is your turn.
Immediately is going to check if these two on the ground are immediately dead or if they're just dying.
Roll a medicine check. I'll allow that medicine check to go for both of them.
Alright, let me find medicine. There it is. 21.
21. The one that got the harpoon is seriously critical. It looks like a little bit of organ might have been taken out with the harpoon. The one that got hit by the stone is looking rough, bleeding, but has a little bit more time than the harpoon guy.
Okay. Oh, why is she a good person? She is going to, for her action, use the ASMR ability, need to find it, Healing Hands, which is once per long rest, as an action, touch a creature and restore your level in hit points, and this guy that's immediately dying restores 3 hit points.
Okie doke.
Sorry, you were saying?
Did you want to describe how it looked, or?
No, I was just gonna say that she will heal him so that he doesn't die, but doesn't want him to come back to consciousness, if there's any way to control that.
Roll. Let's see. That's a racial ability, right?
Yes, it is.
Roll a Constitution check for me.
Constitution check. Here we go. 10 total.
10. I'll say, yeah. I'll say that it is possible to control that, but at the moment, I think Estelle is a little bit too, like, okay, and put the healing energy into this individual per normal without actually holding that back. So there is the distinct notion that this man will be conscious very soon.
You know what? That is perfectly fine. The other person has a little bit of time. So that was her action. So now I need to see what happens as bonus action. What stuff I can do with that. So, similarly to how Shillelagh is a bonus action to cast, and I can take the attack in the same turn, would that also apply to the Starry Form Archer, which is a bonus action to go into the Starry Form, and then the Archer is a bonus action to do? Or would that be two separate bonus actions? Because one is to activate the form, the other is to do the attack.
You know what? I'll allow it.
Okay. So then going to go Starry Form of the Archer, to briefly describe it, essentially, Estelle has tattoos on her body that look like constellations. And those, the black ink of those constellations start to grow and cover her entire body. And these dots and lines of various sizes and intensities, representing stars, appear, and these white dots are slowly become connected through these white lines, and then she then sort of as though pulling back an actual bow, this sort of stardust shape starts to appear, and as she pulls back the string of the starry bow, an arrow appears. She releases it towards the which was it? That one's she will shoot it towards the one in the far back that's closest to Justine and Dylan.
I was going to say, Leanna was going to call out upon seeing Estelle go into the bow farm. Shoot the far one!
Already on it?
Okay, roll to hit.
Oh, please be better than that, Shillelagh. Nope, even worse somehow than that one.
As you draw back your bow, your body encompassed in this umbral form, the appendages extending out from atop you, the bow is pulled back and it fires true, but it slips past this figure which seems to be moving in a slower pace than you were expecting as you were trying to match up to his speed. And as you do that, the bow hits the wall behind. and there is a small hole in the wall here.
Stell just looks defeated at this point, and that was her action and bonus action, so she is going to be moving a full 6 spaces. Well, actually, wait, I count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that looks fine. Moving directly up 6 spaces. And I need to step away for a few moments. I will be right back.
Okie doke.
One more space.
Oh, whoops. Thank you. Okay. As that ends Estelle's turn, Leanna, it is now your turn.
Leanna's going to grab another one of her special cards and throw it at the one who she hasn't hit yet.
These two you haven't hit.
One of them she hit for 10 points of damage with a regular card.
Oh, that's right. Right. That was... I believe that was this one.
Whichever one was in the middle.
Oh, this one was in the mid. Oh, this one was in the middle, so this one. Okay.
Yes.
Roll to hit.
Nope. That's an 8.
8. The card flings by him.
She's going to sigh and throw a regular card at the one that she already hit.
Okay, roll to hit.
That's a 12. That one will barely hit.
That one just hits.
And that is 7 points of non-lethal damage.
Okay. As you fling this card after missing the first one, it flings into the back of his shoulder as he's, celebrating the victory over the box bot. And as it hits him, there's a moment where he stands and he thinks he can take it, but it's like a pulse of pain just through him, and he crumples to the ground unconscious.
She's going to exhale again and just shake her head a little, and then turn to Paseth and just say, "Knock him out."
Oh, so we're not killing these fools. Alright. I will go to the right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Basically right next to him.
Okay, remember this guy's
He's already
unconscious?
Right, so go up one more.
Okay.
And go for the knees
Okay.
with my harpoon.
Roll to hit.
Ooh, 26.
20. Does that count as a ranged attack?
It can be shot out. It's a range of range of 10 to 30.
Okay.
But I'm also able to just stab it at someone.
Gotcha. Okay. So yeah, that definitely fucking hits.
Right in the knees. Ooh, and max damage 13.
13. So, Leanna, as you say, knock him out. Passive just kind of you can feel a little bit of the discontent after seeing what happened to his creation. So there's just a quick little as he runs up to this figure who looks down and he's about to chuckle, and then all of a sudden, before he even knows it, like a JoJo move, there's a harpoon through his knee, and he just looks down, and then Ace Ventura just screams at his knee and just passes out.
That works.
Non-lethally.
Yeah, yeah.
Non-lethally.
He ain't gonna be walking again, but
And slow-mo guy is still in range for my magic stone.
no longer slowed though,
That
because my turn
that
happened.
has. Ah, okay. That is a range of 60 feet, so he's definitely in range.
Yeah.
Twelve. to
12
hit.
just hits.
Oh,
And that's a bonk, and that's 9 damage. Non-lethal.
Yeah. So, Basseth, after doing that, just like, because it's hard to see you behind that green tint. So, it just looks like this completely emotionless figure just turns full body towards this individual who's now like, I'm picking up speed. I just dodged an arrow. I'm going to get out of here. And then just punk, just hit on the side of the head, just falls. He's not bleeding out, but he's knocked out. Good.
He's seeing birds.
And with that, combat is over.
At least start the mending spell for my poor box.
Okie dokie. Let me... I'm just going to switch back to the ambiance. Do I have to tell it to leave and then play it again?
I believe you could just say play and then the new track, and it should swap automatically.
Okay, good, because that really is not fun.
Yeah, it should be automatic play, but who knows?
Okay.
Oh no, I actually have to using my smith's tools as an action to revive it. I'm expending one spell slot. So I need to use up a spell slot, and it's back up to full HP in 1 minute.
Okie doke. So, while, let's see, hopefully this works. Something went wrong with loading the item. Crap. I think I have to get to leave. Sorry. Give me 1 sec. How did something go wrong loading the item?
That
Is it because Zaldin was the one who had it play last time, so it's confused?
Hold on.
I don't know how this bot works.
Neither do I. Let me... Technical difficulties. You working now? Now it's working.
There we go. That was
Weird.
odd. But hey, it's working
There we
now.
go.
Okay. So, sorry about that delay. I'm going
No worries.
to disconnect the stream. Oh. crap. Oh, crap. Oh, boy.
Okay, can hear you now.
Okay. Yeah, my computer just... I don't know what happened. Okay. Yikes. That stream's not up, but I'm still looking at you guys from there. I don't want to... Yipers. Okay. Sorry about that. So we join everyone back as... Welcome back, Zelden.
Hello, hello.
My computer just did this weird freeze and I couldn't interact with anything for about 30 seconds.
That's no
Okay.
good.
So, as there are unconscious people on the ground, one of them starting to stir a bit, it appears that the fight is over as Paseth is taking a minute out to fix his battle box bot.
Okay. Estelle is immediately going to go to the one that was lying hurt on the ground and well, first she's going to dispel the starry form, no action required, and then going to feed the one that's on the ground a good berry, and he will restore 1 HP.
Okie
And
I
dokie.
recommend you tie them up first.
does not answer. Priority is healing, making sure people don't die.
Leanna pulls her rope out of her pack and nods, like, yeah, we should secure them.
Yeah, Estelle is not answering. She just is currently trying to make sure people don't die on her.
Is everyone okay?
Justine calls out, I'm fine, but it looks like one of them bastards got away.
We got the rest of them, so they should... We can have them tell us where their hideout is so we can get the last one. Get your stuff back. Whatever they took.
She looks thankful to you, but still looks to be in a bit of a huff as she just kind of marches back away from the door and over to one of the unconscious guys just looking down at him and kind of gives him a little kick.
I don't know what possessed them to, in this kind of storm, just run in here and start taking things.
Is that all a normal occurrence?
No.
By this time, Estelle, the person you healed for 3 and the person you gave a good berry are now kind of blinking their eyes and kind of sitting up.
Uh, uh, so, going to, just very gently, just going to, bonk them both on the head with her quarterstaff, not to hurt anymore, just to make sure they're back down unconscious again.
Okie doke. Yeah, I'd say that's easy enough. They kind of get up and they're like, "What happened?" Bonk on the head. And they kind of just fall back unconscious.
Stell sighs deeply and then says, "Okay, now we tie them up."
By this time, Passif, your battle bot would be repaired.
Yeah. I'll also go to the hole that was made in the wall and start mending that.
Yeah, I mean, the hole is roughly like 2 feet. I'll let you decide. Do you think your mending spell could fix that?
One powerful arrow to make a 2-foot hole.
No larger than 1 foot in any dimension, so no.
Okay.
I'll turn to Justine and say, "Do you have any extra wood?"
She gives the guy that went slow-mo and passed out by the hole just another little kick to his unconscious body, and she's like, I got some, yeah.
Yeah, we don't want any rainwater getting in, cause any more damage.
Yeah, I guess I'll yeah, give me 1 second. I'll head to the back and get a few planks. And she just kind of huffs off. Not frustrated at you, just frustrated at the situation, to the back of the shop through a door.
Leanna's going to collect her cards that she threw, specifically looking for the without.
Okie dokie. Easy enough. The without is embedded in the passed out dude's hand. And yeah, you collect all your cards.
She's just gonna look at it and just go, "What makes you and the other constellation cards so special? Why do you do what you do?" Then shrug and put them away.
Okie doke. As the 2 male, as you would know their names, as at least passive, you've overheard them talk to Justine and introduce themselves. And since they've been kind of stuck in here for a while, they've been using their names a little bit more freely, so hence the reason why you guys saw their names. The 2 guys are kind of off in a corner initially, and the one named Vroom, who tried to talk to the old man, but the old man still not doing anything but looking at the wall, he kind of marches back. This guy, not the youngest, not the oldest, middle-aged, little bit of thinning hair on top, brown hair, fair-skinned, peasant attire, marches up and kind of stands next to Leanna about 10 feet away and just looks in between all 3 of you and just kind of says, Well, now that was interesting.
Totally out
What
of the
was
blue.
that?
Group of idiots who wanted to steal.
Yeah, I saw that much. I mean, like,
Couple of real lucky folks that there are some kinder people in here than me.
like as you say that, passive, Voom just kind of turns over and remembers seeing the harpoon hole in the guy's chest and just kind of nods his head. Yeah, oh, I didn't think you fairies for using whatever that is. Um, do fairies normally kill like that? He asks a little bit shakily.
I wasn't, most of my life I haven't been with other fairies. Kinda got a little bit more of a harder exterior, so I am afraid to shy away from violence like that. Especially when you're trying to disrupt peace and steal from a shop.
That's fair. That's fair. He the sweat kind of a little bit more clear on his head, turns over and looks to Estelle. And what was that whole, like, you look like the night sky kind of thing?
Immediately blushes, realizing uh, that got a little more drastic than she realized at first. Oh, that, uh, that's just kind of, it's kind of a, druid-y thing. I know a little bit of magic, so thought I could help.
Uh, I mean, he kind of looks at the hole in the wall. I mean, oh
I'm
boy,
sure.
I'm kind of
I'm
glad you.
sure.
I'm kind of glad you missed. If you didn't, I don't know if that guy would have his head anymore.
Well, I didn't. I wasn't going to try to do anything like that. Kind of glancing at the ones that she just healed. But yeah, yeah.
Hey, it all happens. It happens to the best of us. Just take a deep breath. You saved people here today, so I I count you as a hero.
Uh, uh, Estelle doesn't know how to deal with praise from strangers, so just uh quietly squeaks out thanks, and then just goes back to getting some rope and tying these two up.
And don't I feel like I know you. I feel like I've seen you before. He says to you, Leanna.
That is a distinct possibility. My family is known around here.
Oh, what's your family name?
Montalais. I am Leanna Montalais.
Oh, you're one of them flippy trickers.
Yes, I am.
Ah, I remember. I've seen your guys' act before. I took my little girl there once. Um, I are you like magic like them? Because like I saw that card hit, and then the guy like moved all slow, even though it hit his hand.
Uh, I don't believe so. Just something new that I've been able to do, trying to figure it out myself. But these cards were a gift from my mom.
Huh. I do remember she had those weird bird things that flew around, so...
Yeah, love those things. They're so cool.
Well, I guess I'll say thanks on behalf of everyone here for everything. It's good to know that we didn't, get mugged or anything. And you guys put them down pretty quickly and efficiently.
Yep, it was the right thing to do.
He kind of just, not being an outspoken one himself, just kind of gives a smirk to all three of you, still sweating while looking at you, Passeth. And he just nods his head and kind of retreats back into a corner while Justine comes back out. Now I got some wood. How quick do you think you can get this job done?
I can do it pretty quickly.
Well, if you can do it, pretty quick, I guess we'll call ourselves square on the deal from before. You okay with that?
That's alright.
She has like a couple of planks of wood, like 3, and she just feels kind of weird because you're 6 inches tall and doesn't know how to give it to you.
Oh, no, I'm still in my mech, and I take them. I start putting them up, just hammering them, nailing them in. I take a sander to kind of smooth it out so it's not a sharp, jutting boards outward. Nice temporary fix.
Okie dokie. And as you guys start to get all of this together and you start to kind of wrap up everyone and get a better grasp on the situation at hand, I think would now be a good time to take a break?
Yes.
Yes, I believe this would be a perfect time, because I do need to go eat dinner really quick.
Okie dokie. Then we'll take a break right here.
Right.
Message in the session chat when you are ready to come back.
Okay.
All right.